Welcome everyone to a new episode of Inside Egypt, where we bring you the latest political, economic and cultural events taking place here in the country. We're dedicating this episode to the new Suez Canal project, which will be inaugurated on August the 6th. And for the rest of the program, we'll be shedding light on the project and the preparations for the inauguration ceremony, so please stay tuned.
A new Suez Canal. A national project. Fully financed and implemented by the Egyptians.
Welcome back everyone. We start off with President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, who flew over the new Suez Canal project today to inspect the work there, days ahead of the official inauguration on August 6th. Presidential spokesman Ambassador Ala Youssef said that the project is an achievement for the Egyptian people, who have provided the funding and making it a national project. He added the project is proof of the Egyptian people's abilities. The spokesman said that the development projects on the Suez Canal zone will start right away to create new job opportunities and help boost the country's development process. As the countdown for the opening of the new Suez Canal continues, preparations were underway for the ceremony on August 6th. Head of the Suez Canal Authority, Admiral Moheb Mamish, said that dredging work is to be concluded within 2 days' time. The first cargo ships passed through the new Suez Canal on Saturday in a test run before it opens next month. Local and international media gave the event special coverage as the countdown to the inauguration of the long-awaited project begins. Here's a review of some of the headlines.
As the first cargo ships passed through the Suez Canal on Saturday, reports about the new waterway gained special importance and made headlines in world media. The BBC in its website wrote that Egypt holds trial run on second Suez Canal. It said that the first cargo ships have passed through Egypt's second Suez Canal ahead of the new waterway's official opening next month. It noted that the construction on the new lane, which runs alongside part of the existing canal, started less than a year ago. Several container ships from around the world successfully navigated it on Saturday as part of a trial run. Helicopters and naval vessels escorted these ships as part of the security operation. Meanwhile, the Israeli daily Haaretz also reported that first ships crossed Egypt's new Suez Canal in test run. It said that the first cargo ships passed through Egypt's new Suez Canal on Saturday in a test run before it opens next month. The Daily said that the project was concluded 11 months after the beginning of constructing the $8 billion canal alongside the existing 145-year-old Suez Canal. The new waterway, which President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi hopes will help expand trade along the fastest shipping route between Europe and Asia, will be formally inaugurated on August the 6th. The Israeli Daily noted that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi wants the canal to become a symbol of national pride. Meanwhile, the Economic Times also wrote on its website that Egypt begins first trial run of new Suez Canal. It said that Egypt began Saturday the first trial run of its new Suez Canal ahead of the formal inauguration of the new shipping route next month. Dubbed the Suez Canal Access, the new 72-kilometer project is aimed at speeding up traffic along the existing waterway by reducing the waiting period of vessels as well as boosting revenues for Egypt. French 24 also wrote on its website that the first ship successfully crossed Egypt's new Suez Canal in test run. It said that the new Suez Canal will be formally inaugurated on August the 6th. It added that 3 container ships crossed the new waterway. One was an American ship heading to Egypt's Port Said from Saudi Arabia. Another was Danish ship sailing to the United States from Singapore, and a Bahraini ship going to Italy from Saudi Arabia. A specialized media also reported the Testran Maritime Link, which is a maritime reporter and marine news magazine online, said that ships crossed Egypt's new Suez Canal in the first test run. It said that the new waterway, which President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi hopes will help expand trade along the fastest shipping route between Europe and Asia and gives a boost to Egypt's economy, will be formally inaugurated on August the 6th. It quoted Mohab Mamish, the chairman of the Suez Canal Authority, as saying that the test run had been a success. He added that this was the first trial crossing, but it will be followed by more trials. Meanwhile, Al-Ahram Online wrote that the new Suez Canal to bring fresh development projects to Egypt. It quoted a presidential report as saying that Egypt will witness the establishment of several development projects following the inauguration of the new Suez Canal on August the 6th. El-Sisi said that the new national projects aim at compensating Egyptians in long-missed development.
Shed more light on the ongoing preparations for the new Suez Canal project. We are joined now over the phone by Dr. Ihab Al-Kharrat, political analyst. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Let me start off by asking you about obviously the new Suez Canal. It is important not just for Egypt but for the world at large. How did you receive, or how did you think the world received, reports about the successful trial run that took place on Saturday?
I think that this is a promising sign for the people of Egypt and for the world that Egypt is dealing with its problem with terrorism and with instability and coming out to build a new future. It is not only of economic importance, and if someone needs to assess what is happening, he cannot just see how many dollars will come to the country this year and how many will come next year, but the spirit of the people of Egypt, as well as message to the world that Egypt is moving forward and something positive is being achieved on the ground.
Well, can I ask you also, how will the new Suez Canal help boost A, international trade, and B, also international investment in the country? The issue is, as the world economy is indeed recovering, and the pressure of 2008, 2009 is being overcome. It is expected that the world trade, particularly between Europe and the rest of the world that passes through the Suez Canal, is going to flourish and will need more speed in transportation and access to bigger containers and carriers to serve this growing economy. So the Suez Canal comes timely, or the widening of the Suez Canal, or what we fondly call the new Suez Canal, comes timely with this expected growth. Number two issue is that we hope that we will build a new Singapore, a new Hong Kong, a new Dubai, along the shores of the Suez Canal, in terms of trade, in terms of logistic industries, in terms of fueling and this sort of thing, as well as serve the hoped for industrialization of Sinai and the East Desert in Cairo and the Suez Canal. And in turn, how will that in turn boost the Egyptian economy, sir?
I think this will not happen this year or next year, as some people are unwisely raising the of the measures, but it will bring fruit in the next 10 years. I think this is a project that can be parallel to the project of the High Dam in the 60s. It is not like a magic stick that will bring everything right immediately, but it is a long-term project. Investors are already showing interest, and I think it will bring fruit in the coming few years.
Political analyst Dr. Ihab Al-Khadat, always a pleasure speaking to you. Thanks very much for joining us. And moving on, Egypt began Saturday, as we've mentioned earlier, the first trial run of its new Suez Canal ahead of the formal inauguration of the new shipping route due to take place next month. Dubbed the Suez Canal Axis, the new 72-kilometre project is aimed at speeding up traffic along the existing waterway by reducing the waiting period of vessels as well as boosting revenues for Egypt.
The first cargo ships have passed through Egypt's second Suez Canal ahead of the new waterway's official opening next month. Construction on the new lane, which runs alongside part of the existing canal, started less than a year ago. The 72-kilometre route allows two-way traffic and can accommodate larger vessels. Several container ships from around the world successfully navigated on Saturday as part of a trial run. Helicopters and naval vessels escorted the ships as part of the security operation. The original Suez Canal opened almost 150 years ago and links the Mediterranean with the Red Sea. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi says the expansion of one of the world's busiest shipping routes will boost trade and increase employment across the country. It currently handles 7% of global maritime business and is one of Egypt's main sources of foreign currency income. Work on the second waterway is estimated to have cost about $8.5 billion. It will be formally inaugurated on the 6th of August, 1 year after construction started, meeting a deadline set by President al-Sisi. The project has been labeled a rebirth of Egypt by the head of the Suez Canal Authority, General Mohab Mamish. A presidency statement quoted President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi as saying that Egypt will witness the establishment of several development projects following the inauguration of the new Suez Canal. Speaking after his meeting with visiting French Defense Minister, the president said that the new national projects aim at compensating Egyptians in long-missed development. The new Suez Canal project aims to develop the zone around it into an industrial and commercial hub. The upgraded canal is expected to speed up traffic along the waterway and boost its revenues, projected to more than double from $5.3 billion at the end of 2015 to $13.2 billion in 2023.
Will be held on August 6th for the new Suez Canal, which will be attended by heads of state and international dignitaries. Meanwhile, a lottery will also be held to decide who will attend the ceremony from thousands of Egyptian citizens who applied. More on the preparations for the ceremony in this report.
Suez Canal Authority will hold a lottery to decide who will attend the opening ceremony of the new Suez Canal. The head of one of the companies responsible for promoting the new Suez Canal project said that attendees will be selected from a pool of Egyptian citizens who applied to participate in the ceremony. The opening ceremony is due to take place on August the 6th. It will be attended by heads of state from around the world. The official said that applying to attend the opening ceremony was open to all Egyptians' governorates through the application available on the new Suez Canal website. The government will fund the opening ceremony through public donations and contributions from the dredging companies responsible for digging the new canal. Funding the ceremony in this manner will avoid any burden on the state budget. The old Suez Canal is already a vital source of hard currency for Egypt. The existing canal earns Egypt around $5 billion per year. The government also plans to build an international industrial and logistic hub nearby that it hopes will eventually make up about a third of Egyptian economy. Suez Canal Authority Chairman Mohab Mamish said that the authority will begin implementing the national project for fish farming in the canal zone. The authority has started establishing 460 fish farming ponds out of a total of 3,828 ponds. He added that President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi ordered that the production of these farms should coincide with the opening of the new Suez Canal on August the 6th. Mamish also noted that Spanish companies are participating in the project. For his part, Dean of the Fish Farming and Technology Institute at the Suez Canal University said that the project will have high productivity to cover the demand in Egypt. He added that the project may lead to self-sufficiency and ending importing fish. He also noted that fish farming can significantly aid in the development of the economy.
A new Suez Canal.
Well, the new Suez Canal project aims at the construction of a new canal in addition to deepening and widening the Greater Bitter Lakes bypasses as well as the Belach bypass with a total of 72 kilometers in length. The project goes side by side with the Suez Canal development projects. More on that in this report.